On second down, it's Jackson. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, echo.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Watch the screen. Pass. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Go, go, go.
Let me kill.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Mike, check, 59. Double dog, that's the way.
Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Slam. 80 weapon.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Night Train Lane. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4.
Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
On 1st down, Jackson. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Yeah!
Wait, that's 380!
Watch Mike. Hey!
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Brady going to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey, turn it up, turn it up. Hey, 43, 15.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
Yellow.
Foxtrot.
Mahomes now to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Charlie. Mike.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They got a man. It's Woods. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Yellow.
59.
Don't get nervous.
Johnson's got it complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Johnson, 59 yards. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Hey, taller.
And again, it's Mahomes toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
72.
Mike 52, Mike.
Alert.
Pick me up. Here we go.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts,
Come on, fellas.
as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the
Hey, Mike 7.
Watch the pass. Mike 52, Mike 52. Oh, you got deep? Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Hey.
Brady going to look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let go.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Today you are. Not today. Check.
Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 73 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. Michael Vick, he's going to go. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Partner, they're up big. They snap the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He gets this one to Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are.